Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today we are diving into the depths of Darkwave to create an original track using a compact and powerful setup, the Behringer Crave, the Korg Volca FM and the Korg Volca keys. Ableton Live, with its original Push Mark I controller, will be our central brain for sequencing and arrangement. Darkwave, with its dark and melancholic atmospheres, is perfect for exploring the versatility of these little sonic giants. Interested? Let's get started. For routing audio, I am using a Tascam 16x8 audio interface, and for routing MIDI, I am using a Motu MIDI timepiece for the Volcas and USB cable for the Crave. Before we make any gloomy sounds, we need to prepare our command center, Ableton Live, and the push controller. Think of this as setting the stage for our Darkwave ritual. Our first step is to slow things down. Darkwave is in no rush. We're setting the tempo to 78 BPM. This slow, heavy cadence is crucial for our atmosphere. And for the melancholy, we immediately tap into the right mode by activating the push scale mode to F Dorian. This scale gives us that mysterious, slightly jazzy minor tone that so many classic Darkwave tracks rely on. Organization is key to keeping the flow. Let's build our infrastructure. We're creating 3 MIDI tracks and 3 audio tracks. Give them names and colors that reflect their role. I prefer the synth main colors and clear names to prevent any confusion. All our MIDI tracks should have their monitor set to auto. The Crave is our analog beast, so we route the MIDI track directly to the Behringer Crave on channel 1. Quick note: always check that your Crave's output port is active in Ableton preferences. Our Volcas share the same interface signal flow. The Volca FM MIDI track sends to channel 16 and the Volca keys MIDI track to channel 15, all distributed via our Motu MIDI mixer. Finally, we need to hear our machines. The 3 dedicated audio tracks will bring the signal back. The monitor mode must be set to in on all of them so we can hear them playing in real time. The Crave audio returns to us on bus 2, the Volca keys on bus 3, and the Volca FM on bus 4. With this solid foundation laid, we are now ready to start building our Darkwave song. Darkwave isn't just made with synths, it's made with space and depth. In step 2, we're going to inject the dark soul into our machines using the effects chains with Ableton. The goal is simple: make the sound colder, wider and cohesive. Remember, specific EQ and compression parameters will be available on my Patreon page. The Crave, with its raw analog signal, is our backbone, but its crudeness sometimes needs taming. First element is a dedicated EQ to attenuate those harsh, undesirable frequencies, especially in the higher melodic lines. We want a fat sound, not a screechy one. And of course, our essential sonic fog, a reverb with a long dark tail to push the Crave into a more cavernous, dramatic space. The Volca keys is going to get a dose of cohesion through glue compression, but there's a twist. We're applying a light sidechain triggered by the Crave's melody line. This makes the keys breathe and sit perfectly within the Crave's groove. To give that analog unison bass flavor, but with width, we add chorus first. The chorus spreads the sound in stereo, giving it body. Following that, just like the Crave, an ethereal reverb, sealing the atmosphere and providing the final touch of depth. The Volca FM with its cold digital timbre, has an effects chain, quite similar to the Crave's, but with different goals. We use EQ to both accentuate its metallic shimmer and simultaneously tame any aggressive peaks, and naturally, reverb. A clean, perhaps slightly brighter reverb than the Crave's, so the FM sits on top of the mix. It's the combination of these small nuances that defines our final sound. It's time to give voice to our track. The Behringer Crave will be our lead instrument for the melodic line. This is where we leverage the hybrid workflow of Ableton. For a deep dive into the exact Crave patches and parameters, you know the drill. The Patreon link is in the description. Our workflow here is key. We're using the push one to organically input the notes into a MIDI track. That track sends the information out to Crave, which generates the analog sound, and we immediately capture that sound, because it allows us to tweak the knobs and sliders to the Crave in real time, and get a different, unique result every time we perform a new version of the song. It's the most authentic way to use an analog synth. With our Crave patched for a fat, dark sound, we arm the recording on the push. We're going to record a 64-note melodic line, long enough to be hypnotic and feel like it's evolving. Remember, we're playing in the F Dorian scale. Let's record. Let's quantize. That's perfect. Let's slow down the sound. We've got our line recorded. The Crave is now dictating the pulse and the emotion of the track. With the analog backbone in place, let's move on to adding the ethereal texture of the Volcas. If the Crave is our pulse, the Volca FM is our horizon. In Darkwave, harmony is where the real drama hides. We're pushing the FM not for aggressive arpeggios, but as a smooth textures pad. Let's record the chord progression. If the Crave gives us melody heart, the Korg Volca keys is going to inject the missing glow in our Darkwave track. Let's use the push to quickly record this pattern. Let's go! Our trio is cohesive and ready for the arrangement. All of our tracks are recorded and synchronized. Now we have a choice. We can spend hours sequencing the full sound structure in our DAW, or we can make the most Darkwave choice. Bring our track to life with a live performance. I'm a big fan of the in-moment energy. This is where synths stop being just sound generators and become performance instruments. We will focus on 3 key parameters to inject dynamics and drama into our playing. On the Behringer Crave, my focus is in the VCF mode knob, in conjunction with the tech knob. By subtly adjusting the tech, we add or remove dynamics from our melodic line. utilizing the reverb tail to create a dramatic cavernous effect. Notice that I choose not to use the traditional cutoff and resonance duet, as the sonic result is too harsh for this style of Darkwave melody. And of course, the VCA output volume is our master control for magnitude, emphasizing the sections we want to highlight. On the Volca FM, to add cinematic depth in the harmony, we will use the transpose slider to jump the chords to a higher octave occasionally. Additionally, we'll play with the modular decay knob to inject subtle timbre variations. It's a cool digital touch that acts as real-time sound design. Finally, the Volca keys. The portamento knob is essential here to smooth out note transitions and even more at specific points. And this is where playing with the cutoff is a must. We'll use it to create a dramatic sweep at the end of each section. We can easily record this live performance into Ableton, yielding a much more organic and engaging result than if we had done cold automation in the DAW. But the final choice, my friends, is up to you. I hope you enjoyed creating this Darkwave track. Subscribe, and until the next one.